SoMee.Social is a blockchain-powered dashboard. It allows users to interact with all their social media profiles on various platforms from a single interface. Now, the SoMee.Social platform intends to enable users to exercise complete control over their online identities by serving as a bridge to all centralized social media platforms. So with me is the CEO, Christopher Kramer, and also Dr. Jen Welter, an advisor to the company. So great to have you here.
Thank you, Jane. Thanks for having us.
So tell me about the company, the background. How did you come up with this idea? Just give me a little history.
Yeah, definitely. So we established actually the company in early 2012. This is when I originally had the idea, and later on we incorporated with Davis Wright Tremaine in December of 2013. So it kind of took a little while to get that going. And the original idea was just, with the rise of social media and Facebook and all the people that could join the platform, they're creating this immense amount of value for the actual platform, but a lot of people weren't actually capturing the value themselves with the content and contributions to social media. So we originally set out to help users capture that value that they're creating on our original platform.
It's kind of obvious, but maybe you could fill this in a little bit. Why would somebody want to use the SoMee platform?
Yeah, definitely. So obviously we're hitting the monetization point. So actually at the post level, when somebody posts their content on a platform, they can see a little dollar sign that shows up. And as long as it's on the blockchain, when other upvote them, their contacts, their followers, it'll start to raise that, and they'll see a US dollar value on the post level. So first of all, it's the content monetization. And then we're really focused on giving them more control. So we're creating private keys for people's private information so they can choose what to share on social media and if they want to monetize or not. Because as an operator, we don't want to be the ones to share private data behind their back and try to monetize it. We want to empower the user. So for us as an operator, we really want to empower the end user to be able to share or not to share their private data. And if they do share it, then they can monetize it, and the platform takes a little cut of that.
So where are you in terms of the development of the platform?
Yeah, so we've been in beta for the last year, and we're coming up this January. We fortunately received a grant from Amazon to move onto their platform. They paired us up with one of their top partners in the nation, ONG, who is really moving quickly to establish a scalable network, leveraging Amazon's quantum blockchain and a lot of auto scaling technologies. So that'll be finished in mid-January 2020, and we'll be able to really support millions of users at that time.
And you have some impressive partnerships and advisors on your board. So let's bring Jen in. So Jen, give me your background, because you've been kind of a groundbreaking person through your career. Go ahead and brag a little bit. Tell me what you've been doing.
Yeah, thank you. Most people who know me know that I was the first female coach in the NFL, but I've been a long-time advocate of women in sports and equality through sports. I would say since football is a place that doesn't have parity on any level in terms of gender, it being called the final frontier for women in sports was like a motivator for me. So I always kind of thought, if we could change football, then we could change the world. And what SoMe's doing in terms of revolutionizing monetization, content, and really increasing the transparency through blockchain, to me is very attractive. And I think it's something that we as women need to be at the forefront on, because even if you look at like the women's soccer team, people talk a lot about how the popularity is there and yet the dollars aren't. And this is a platform where users can literally make their dollars make sense and drive business through that way. And to me, it's really a great situation that I want women to know. This isn't something where you have to throw your hands up and say, oh, those finances, that's not for me, it's too confusing. Like, let me coach you up on crypto. It's not cryptography, it's not some scary thing. It's actually been set up to be very transparent, to be under your control, and to let you own your financial and fiscal freedom.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's in such its early stages still. Like it's a good time for women to get involved and kind of, get a foothold in this industry and kind of grow with it. So, I think that's really important. So what kind of things are you doing then for SoMee?
So one of the things that we talked about is I had an independent auditor first look at it for me, because it wasn't my world, right? I say all the time that football's my world, psychology, some of these things, I'm really good and really fluid. So if I want to get involved, I need to know exactly what that looks like from a simple standard, and then to see how it resonates. And the first thing that my auditor came back with was, well, this is all set up for transparency, ownership, and really to have people monetize in a new way. And I was like, but crypto, like, what is that name about? Like, I thought that was shady.
Right. And people do think that about crypto. So
Right.
like, yeah.
And so when I was talking to him, I was like, well, we need to coach him up on crypto. And he was like, well, that sounds perfect, Jen. Is that something you could do? And I was like, well, I can learn, but I can bring other people with me. And to be able to have really transparent dialogue that focuses on empowerment in a new form of currency and communication. Women, we love when we know something and we love to be in control, but we have to kind of get confidence, comfortable, and clarity, right? If you have those three C's, people will move.
That's important. Yeah, not to have companies that are actually sharing the data without your consent. And we did create something called the Ad Share Marketplace, so the advertisers can come in and they can place an ad with their normal targeting. But what happens is if they select a certain setting called G Boost or Global Boost, it takes a snapshot of their ad and puts it in a campaign gallery where their target audience can now target them back. And then the audience members and the target, obviously, for their advertising campaign can opt into it. And if they want to share data points, it's a win-win for the advertisers. Feel like they're going to get more data from it and more value. And then it's all consent based. So it's really important that people, control their own data and that we don't share it as an operator behind their back.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chris and Jen, for
Thank
coming
you,
in and
Jane.
explaining it. Best of luck as you launch.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate the time.
And thank you as well for joining us. We'll be right back.